What's going on, everybody? Today, we're going to be reacting to Elon Musk lying about video games. Now, generally, I wanted to avoid this type of content, but I wanted to give it a shot, and really because I really want to talk about this. So, without further ado, let's just dive right in.
I have a lifetime of playing video games. At one point, I was, maybe one of the best Quake players in the world.
You're actually like a world-class, incredible video game player.
Yeah,
Paragon board and the build, you're also an innovator there.
yeah, I played a lot of video games.
You think about like StarCraft, any game where a lot of people are
Yeah.
playing. To rise to the top, you have to be exceptional. Period. As
Yeah.
a human being,
Yeah.
there has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah.
Are you in the top 20 in the world, or the
Yeah.
top 20? Wow, in Diablo.
Yeah.
I really feel like the whole reason that he came on here is just so that he could say that he he talked to Joe Rogan and said that he's the top player in Diablo. This is the reason that he did this, which is so weird to think about, right? Like, why would Joe Rogan's opinion matter so much to him? Billionaire, by the way. Dude's done with life. Doesn't have to do anything. He could literally just play this game. He doesn't even need to be running a company. He could just play Diablo, play Path of Exile 2. And he could actually become top 10 if he really wanted to. He has the time. And get on here and actually say this.
Shooting rockets into space, making e-vehicles, starting a new department of the government. I actually let myself think maybe he actually is an alien, because there's just no way, unless he's paying people to do it for him, which obviously he's not.
So let's start off with some context. Elon Musk's character is currently level 97, aka rank 12 on hardcore. That's
Has anyone checked, can you check playtimes for characters? Because, I don't know. I feel like there should be, an average of how long you play the game versus, your skill level. That would immediately indicate... that would immediately indicate that Elon did not play this character. So, that's just something we're thinking about, and the only reason I'm bringing that up is because I've barely had time to play the game, and I've gotten, 2 characters to endgame, and I'm not even in T2 maps. And I just haven't found a character that really stuck with me. I tried Warrior starting out, and that didn't go very well, but anyways.
permanent death mode trade league. Let me try to give you a quick understanding as to how hard it is to get to that level. 2 weeks into the league, when people are playing the game, literally they're staying up 40 to 50 hours.
Okay, so 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks, probably just non-stop gaming, and I know that this Karn player is one of the top, if not the top player in the world. And just playing non-stop. Obviously, I have a full-time job. I don't have time to play that long, but that's a lot of time. And there's just no way that Elon is investing that much time to getting to the top tier.
Without sleeping, only playing Path of Exile, and they are the most try-hard guys in the world. The highest ranked player on the Hardcore Trade League was level 93. Okay, and you're thinking about yourself, that's kind of close to 97. Every time you level up, it becomes exponentially harder to gain experience. A lot harder and a lot harder. Okay, so these players, to get to 97, have to be playing the game every day for the majority of their day. Currently, what is their highest ranked player? They're level 97, same as Elon Musk. So, he effectively has been playing, pretty much just doing nothing except playing Path of Exile. So let's just go over some of the things that happened. So right away, we see Elon zone into his hideout, which is the area you do in-game content from. And he opens up his bank, and
So a lot of people made fun of this. They're like, oh, Elon's maps. Oh, Elon's maps. Elon's maps. Elon's maps. It's not Elon's maps. Look at this. Look at it. Look, it says Elon's map. Not even maps. Elon's map. And I just think that's so funny to me. 7 map 8 catalyst, currency, but Elon's map. Yeah, obviously referring to yourself in third person is weird. But if you're paying somebody to boost you, wouldn't they be smart enough to know not to do that? That's really weird, right? But Elon's map. Just really want to make that distinction.
he goes to a tab called Elon's Maps, which immediately is a little bit of a red flag, because I don't know why you would refer to yourself in third person, but okay, he does that. Elon Musk didn't play Path of Exile 1.
You ever play Pokemon? And they're like, what's your name? Yes, my name is Duel. Duel, you ready to start your Pokemon adventure? Yes, I am. That's the only time, really, that you refer to yourself in the third person. After that, the game calls you that. But this ain't Pokemon. So like, why? Doesn't make any sense, dude.
In Path of Exile 2, maps are actually called waystones. And he never actually refers to them as maps, he calls them...
Play another round here. This is a hard level. Waystone.
So it's just kind of weird that he's, again, called his tab Elon's map. So almost like someone who's a Path of Exile 1 veteran, you know, is kind of making that tab and be like, Elon, you know, there's a tab there called Elon's Maps. Grab your map out there. I've rolled them all for you. They're nice and easy. He then proceeds to walk up to his map device and go to put a map in. The literal first thing you learn upon getting to the end game is how to operate this map device. You're going to start off at a node, and then from that node, you can go to adjacent connected maps. Now, Elon...
Has Elon never played Super Mario World? I mean, literally, let's look this up right here. Super Mario World. This is gonna be the easiest explanation for this. Super Mario World map. Bro, I just want to pull up the map. Okay, yeah, take a look at this. I can't move around. This is not going well. Okay, so yeah, so let's say I'm here. This is where Mario is, right? I can't go to this level until I beat this level, and same to this level. It's the same concept. Like, what are we talking about? How does Elon not understand this? It's like he's never seen this concept before.
He's trying to do the map that's not in the chain.
It's just clicking a map repeatedly trying to access it. He was not eligible to enter that map.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have played thousands of maps at this point.
Anyone who's level 97 is... And you know, we're talking one of the most efficient players in the game, period. There is no way you would do that. Why just like sitting there like some sort of geriatric old man clicking this node, expecting somebody to...
Because he's never played! He's never played the game, Quinn! He's never played the game. He doesn't know what to do. I guarantee he's never even played the campaign. Like, what are we talking about here?
And then he finally kind of gives up after a while and then realizes his mistake. We then get a look at his inventory. So Elon Musk is stuck going into the map and with full bags. If you're an efficient player, you're going to clear a map, you're going to loot the valuable items, you're going to go in, and you're going to...
I also want to point out that Elon Musk, when he was demonstrating this, he was streaming on X, and whenever you look at the stream quality, it is terrible. Like, this is, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because look at this. This is Ben, who's an efficient player, you know. This quality looks really good. Probably because it's from either his stream or a YouTube video. If you go over to where Elon's playing, it looks like an N64 game.
Through the good ones,
And that's an insult to N64.
And then truck away the trash ones. It's almost like he has no understanding as to like what what items are or what you're even supposed to do with them. So now Elon zones in.
But look at this. What is this? What is this shit quality? Is this supposed to be the future of your streaming on X? This is terrible. Like, what? Either the person that recorded this had terrible quality, or it is ripped straight from X, and this is the result.
So what I'm doing here is just boosting my shield before battle.
It looks like Diablo 2, which I know.
Before battle is always good.
And he starts killing monsters. He starts obliterating monsters with his character. But what becomes obviously apparent...
Chaos Orb, no loot filter.
Is like, no, he's just running past Chaos Orbs! He just ran past the Chaos Orb!
Chaos Orbs are one of the most important currencies.
Wouldn't the guy that boosted him be like, hey, you should probably use a loot filter, here's how you load it. Here's the loot filter that I used. Boom. And then Elon would be like, okay, so when a Chaos Orb dropped, it would immediately trigger him to pick it up, because it would be glowy and flashy. No, they didn't think that far ahead. There might be a language barrier.
And they're also really rare. I have about 140 exalts. I have like 9 Chaos Orbs, just so you guys understand.
So in Path of Exile, the devs are these evil guys, and they talk about feeling the weight, and they effectively just drop tons and tons of items, and you have to know what to pick up. So what GGG have done, the people who make the game, they've made this system called loot filters, which gets rid of 90 to 95, even in some cases, like we're talking 98% of all loot that drops, because otherwise your screen is just cluttered. And you won't even notice when you get a good drop. It's unfathomable for someone to be in the top ranks without loot filter. Yet Elon Musk, the God Gamer, he doesn't play with a loot filter. The only thing Elon does pick up are maps, because the default in-game loot filter highlights those. Those things are worthless. The actual items of value that he should be picking up, that he would have had to pick up in order to get the gear, leave it on the ground. Anyone who's been playing the game and is a complete expert, we're talking he's cleared thousands of maps, he's been playing that character for hundreds of hours, he's going to be pretty damn good at, playing the character. He gets to the
Because you've never played the character, which is what Quinn is alluding to here. It's unbelievable.
boss, he's fighting the boss, and I want to say for about 10 seconds, he sits there and he's out of mana. Mana is a resource in this game where you need it in order to use your abilities. He just sits there, default attacking the boss.
This is like a clear, one of the clear pieces of evidence that Elon has never played this, and he's so used to Diablo 4, where you're generating your essentially replace mana in Diablo 4. Like if you're a barbarian, you're generating rage or whatever, the resources. The reason I usually know the resource, but I'm blanking out for some reason. But I digress. The resource generation is not there. That's what he's used to. So he's not used to. Probably doesn't even know what the mana key even is that he needs to be pressing to generate more mana. So probably not even registering in his tiny little lizard brain why he's not generating more juice to do his abilities.
Without activating his mana flask. Anyone who's played the game and understands the character would understand, like, oh, I'm not doing any damage because I'm out of mana. Elon Musk takes 10 seconds. He then goes on to loot items off the ground. He starts dragging them into his bag. Like, I don't even know how to describe to you how painful that is to anyone who...
I don't understand this one at all, because even in Diablo 4, your inventory doesn't pop up like this. So I don't even know what the explanation for this is, other than maybe at some point he played Diablo 2 and this is how it is. I don't really have a good answer for this one. That's just yeah, but Quinn is right. It is absolutely painful. I've opened up my inventory a few times and done this. Not by choice, just because I was like, why is my bag full? Looking in, sorting through my stuff, and man, it's painful. If you don't escape out, it's not good.
Who actually plays the game, and his bags are full, and he just keeps clicking it over and over and over again. Nobody, not even people who are kind of noobs at the game, do this. I don't even think Elon Musk has done the campaign, honestly.
No, he hasn't. He has not done the campaign.
Settings on the map transparency are turned on by default. His life values are turned on. All these basic settings.
Okay, I'm a casual. I don't turn on my life, so whatever. That I don't feel like that's a huge deal in my opinion, but
anyone in the top 100 would do.
Maybe that's the point.
Doing. Maps can effectively have different content on them, and that content will be signified by icons on the map. So it could be a map which has an expedition in it, a breach in it, or it could be corrupted. Elon starts looking through the atlas, and he finds a map with, I kid you not, 4 things on it.
There are 4 things there. So this one has a real risk of dying.
4 things. 4 things. I'm just trying to understand Elon's thought process here. 4 things. Bro's played Diablo 4, or at least we thought. He knows about Nightmare Dungeons. This is almost essentially the exact same thing. You could call them map affixes or what have you. Things? That's
4 things. What are those things?
God, dude. 4 things. It's 4 things, dude.
So this one has a real risk of
Not
dying.
this far in the game and calling it 4 things. Stop, bro. Dude, stop. Oh my god, I literally can't. He then goes on to say, oh, kid you.
This is max difficulty on hardcore. If there's a way to get higher difficulty, I don't know what it is, but...
This part really confused me, because it's like he might be doing one of the hardest maps in the entire game, but it's like, okay, I don't know. Maybe I don't think he's doing the hardest map in the game here, so it's kind of relative, right? But I could be wrong on that one, and I don't know what he means by everything is maxed out. Because that could mean anything. Does he mean his map with his 4 things is maxed out? Does he mean his gear is maxed out? Does he mean his health pool is maxed out? What does he mean by that? This isn't Diablo 4, man. That's the
Everything maxed
problem.
out.
Path of Exile has boss fights and end-game bosses, which are quote-unquote difficult battles, which Elon actually did do in one of his streams, where he just went into the end-game boss and died repeatedly to it. Maps are just farming. You go into...
I remember watching this, and I actually saw him stream this live. He was playing, and he was like, if I don't beat the boss, I'm going to rage quit. And that's exactly what happened. He, like, died, like, a 5th time or something. I don't remember. And on his 5th time, he just quit the stream completely with this crappy quality.
to maps, and you farm them for loot and experience. They're not the most difficult battles, and I don't know if he's trying to deceive people watching a stream into thinking that he's doing some insanely hard thing whenever he's literally doing something you do to effectively grind or farm. And if you thought this was bad, I did not even get to the worst part. In Path of Exile, gear has requirements to equip it, but that has nothing to do necessarily with how good it is. For example, one of the most powerful and best items in the game is a level 1 required to equip staff, which is...
Here's the thing about that, and I guarantee you this is just Elon being D4 brained, is the fact that in Path of Exile 2, just because your item has a level requirement does not mean that it's good, or like a higher level requirement. This is a good example that Quinn is bringing up here. And I'm not a PoE 2 expert, but I can tell you, like, based on the stats of the gear, the affixes on the weapon or armor, whatever it is, that is what determines what is good gear. The level requirement has nothing to do with that. But Elon probably doesn't know that because he's so used to Diablo 4, which is crazy. Crazy. Do your research, Elon, if you're going to be a god gamer.
Maybe, I think even the most meta build in the game right now. It's super, super broken, insane damage. And Elon Musk starts going over his gear.
This is a great staff, but it's only a level.
Like, look at this. It's only level 62, so immediately that sucks. But look at all this. Increased physical damage, adds to physical damage, accuracy rating, critical hit chance, critical damage bonus, attack speed. Like, this is crazy. This is worth... I don't even know how many exalts. A lot. It's a lot. I can tell you that. A lot of things. It's worth a lot of things.
62 staff.
His weapon is, I kid you not,
Quinn, he's Diablo 4 brained. He's Diablo 4 brained.
the entire
That's the reason.
hardcore trade league. You cannot even buy it. Insane weapon.
These affixes are, I'd hate to say perfect, but they might be perfect.
Just the PvPS criteria on trade, we can see there's literally one staff in existence on the entire market. Not only does Elon have a staff that you can't even buy, but it's so good that the second best one, which is missing 2 of what makes a staff so powerful for an invoker, which is the crit and crit bonus, is still 20 divines, and that's obviously very expensive.
Here I am, like, level 95, but my staff is only level 62. my helmet is level 56.
Int, lightning, and chaos resist. Okay. It's only 56.
Amulet level 61. Ring is only level 48, 49. At least a level 75 jacket.
It's a jacket with 6 things. Yeah, tell us how bad the item that only drops from the highest difficulty of the hardest boss. Just tell us that it's only level 52. Did you find this at level 52? That's impressive.
Level 52 here.
They can only ever be level 52. Bro, Elon Musk is a fucking fraud, bro.
Pretty low level compared to my character level, but seems to work pretty well. In softcore, you can get much better equipment.
In order for him to have insane gear, he has to understand how the economy works. He has to be basically trading.
Anyone who's played Path of Exile to the end game in a trade league knows that you have to trade in order to obtain what looks like some of the best gear pieces in the entire game. If we look at some of these player accounts, we can see what they have for trade. 700 plus items for sale, multiple divine items. You can see hundreds of divines worth of listed items. This is also someone from the top 10, ranked number 4, focus here, worth 50 divines alone. This is the number 1 guy. You can see he's hundreds of divines, again, worth of items, multiple mirrors, all these players. If we go to Elon's account, he's got only 21 items for sale, and they're all absolute garbage. It's clear he's really not making...
I guarantee you that Elon did not even post these. It was the alt account just burning trash, which is weird. Because there's no way Elon navigated this. If he couldn't even bother to load a loot filter, there's no way he learned how to do this. There's no way, bro. There's absolutely no way. I just find that funny. But yeah, that's just
making much money.
Shameful,
or
man,
any money
shameful.
at all. So something I did notice last week, I did the same search because I was curious what he might have been selling, and I grabbed the screenshot which I shared to my Discord, and it's this really crappy crossbow for 18 divines. So why is it listed for 18 divines, and where did it go? Is it possible he vendored it? Yes. Why was it listed for 18 divines? I don't really know. I don't want to fuel any conspiracy theories, but I have been made aware that RMT, typically they use legitimate listings that are far overpriced, and that is how they mask the transaction as legitimate. So if he were to buy 18 divines for, you know, $100 US or whatever, he could have done so through this listing.
And if you needed any more proof that Elon
That would require that Elon knows what he's doing, and he absolutely does not know what he's doing. There's just no way.
is 100% boosted, he was playing the game today inside of maps, blasting, while simultaneously on a...
This is more than likely Elon was not blasting, but I will say I watch YouTube videos and play games all the time. I could do the exact same thing if I was on call. I work in IT. Listening on a call while blasting something. Maybe I'm not even actually doing anything until I get involved, but I could see that. I could get behind this, but more than likely, no. He's not playing. He's engaging in this. I don't think his little brain here is too... he can't just focus on these two things at once. He has to be here or here. It's not both. There's no way. There is no way.
Space, talking to like some far right wing part of some German government. I don't know, some political bullshit. Okay, I guess he's just that much of a god gamer.
Oh, his character died. That's right. Funny stuff. But yeah, I can't fathom being a billionaire. Literally, bro is done for life. He's set forever. Doesn't need to be doing anything. He could blast this game and maybe become in the top 20, top 30, whatever. But like, to brag about something like this and just say you're the god gamer that you are and have somebody boost you, like, and I will say, I you know, when I found out that he was a top player in Diablo 4, I was like, okay, well, it's not totally unbelievable, but that's because D4 can be so trivialized once you get your build online and you know what you're doing and you actually have the time to grind pits and grind materials and gold. You can min-max your gear pretty quickly and get up there, you know, if you have the time, right? Most people don't have that time. They work for a living. Elon does not. So it wasn't totally out of the ballpark that he did that himself. But now this like absolutely confirms that he is not playing Diablo 4. Absolutely not. He got boosted, and then someone just hands him the account. And yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, not that I'm shocked. I'm just like, what's the mindset here? Why get yourself boosted just to brag and say that you're some god gamer to be part of the gaming community? Like, what the fuck does it matter? You're a billionaire. Who cares? It's so weird. It is so weird, man. I don't get it. And I think I saw where Asmund was talking about it, and they were fighting on Twitter or something, and Asmund and him were talking, and Elon says something along the lines of, I play with the top streamers in the industry, so, but what do? You suck at games, Asmund. And it's like, brother, just because you play with the top does not mean you are the top. You know? Get that through your head there, buddy. It's like if you ever watch Moist Critical play with his RLCS team, Charlie, I want to say, is probably plat, which is a very low rank in comparison to people that play in, top tier Rocket League, which is Grand Champion, which is like one of the top ranks in the entire game. But, Charlie's not going to say, oh, yeah, I'm one of the best. Yeah, I play with my team, so I'm the best. Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this. Again, I don't really plan on doing React content, but I had to talk about this. This is crazy. But anyway, this is going to do it for me. Peace.